Hi everybody, welcome back to Zoo School. If you haven't joined us before, my name is Andrea. I'm one of the educators here at the zoo. And today I have a very special friend with me. This is Reba. Reba is a red-tailed hawk and she is one of our ambassador animals that is joining us today. So today we wanted to go back and think a little bit more about observation and the importance of observing our animals. So last week, Jen talked to you about observing behavior. This week we're going to talk a little bit about observing their physical structures or physical features, and we actually call those adaptations. So adaptations are anything that an animal has on its body, or even the behaviors that they can do that Jen talked about last week to help them meet their needs and survive. So when we work with animals, it's really important that we understand what adaptations they have so that we can best meet their needs here at the zoo. So Reba here has some amazing adaptations. The first one I wanted to point out are these really cool claws that she has. Those are called talons, and Reba is a bird of prey, which means she's a hunter or a predator. So those talons actually help her to grab her food when she's hunting. You might see her move around a little bit on the glove so she can hear and see things that we don't even know are happening. So she's listening and looking around in our classroom today. Sometimes she just likes to adjust herself to get comfortable, so you may see her move around a little bit. So that's one thing we need to think about is how she gets her prey or her food and how we can mimic that here in the zoo. The other thing that's really helpful for Reba when she's eating is that beak that she has. You might notice that it is sharp and curved, and that helps her to eat the food that she hunts. She doesn't have teeth like we do, so her talons and her beak act kind of like her fork and knife when she's hunting and when she's eating. What do you guys think birds of prey like Reba might like to eat? You can stop the video for a minute and tell your family what you're thinking. So if you guessed meat, you are right. So Reba usually in the wild would hunt things like mice and rats and even sometimes rabbits. And they swoop down, grab them with those talons, and then are able to eat them with that big sharp beak that you see. You might also notice her really cool eyes. So Reba has to be able to see really well in the wild so that she can find her prey, because mice and rats are pretty small. So she is able to see long distances, especially when she's up in trees or up on lampposts, so that she can look down and find her food. Even, see if she does it, when I move her body, no, she's not gonna do it today. Sometimes she keeps, there we go. You can see how she keeps her head in one place as I move her, and that's so she can focus on something as she's flying. Good job, Reba. You might also be wondering about this little feather that's sticking out here. So Reba was born in the wild, but she had an injury. So Reba unfortunately can't fly anymore. She has an injury to her wing right there, kind of like where our shoulder would be. So it would make it really hard for Reba to hunt and find food in the wild. And that's why she lives here with us at the zoo, so that we can give her all the things that she needs and she can be happy and healthy here. She is really checking everything out. One of the things that Reba really enjoys is actually going for walks. So it's a beautiful day out today. So after we finish our Zoo School segment today, Reba and I are going to go for a nice walk so Reba can see what's going on outside today. So what we would like you to do is think about your favorite animal, and it could even be Reba here. We would love for you, maybe in your science notebook if you have one of those, or just on a piece of paper, to draw your favorite animal and think about some of those really cool structures or adaptations that that animal has to help it survive, and make sure to include all those things in your drawing. And then we would love if you would either send us a picture in the comments, but also to put that picture up in your window and encourage your friends and family and maybe even neighbors to do the same, and you can start to make your own zoo in your neighborhood. And then stay tuned next Thursday with Miss Jen, and she's going to talk to you a little bit about how we design our exhibits Based on the observations of animals' adaptations, based on what we know about the structures that they have and their behaviors, that's really important when we design our exhibits for our animals. So Jen's going to talk to you a little bit about that during our next Zoo School segment. So thank you so much for joining us again. We would love to see those pictures of your favorite animals with all those great details, and we look forward to seeing you next time at Zoo School. Thanks so much, everybody.